welcome to a new journaling video. I know a lot of you found me from the recent journaling collab for the Junk Journal January challenge, and I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who's subscribed since that video. Today I'm doing another journaling process video, but this time it's in my Japan travel journal. You can see me flipping a few of the existing pages here, and I'll also pop a link down in the description and up in the cards if you want to see another process video for a previous spread. This journal isn't even close to being complete, but I absolutely love working in it. It's in a traveller's notebook, which I've never used as a journal before, but I can't wait until this one's fuller and bursting at the seams of journal goodness. It's a really nice size to put down all my little stories and include all my little pieces of ephemera because there's so many pages in this book. One of the main reasons I love working in this one is because I can throw everything at it and make it as cutesy as I like. I want to fill it with tip-ins and use as much ephemera as I can. I went on this trip just before COVID hit in February 2020, and I count my lucky stars that we had this trip when we did. I adored Japan, and this spread is documenting one of my favourite parts, which is the stationery. As with most trips, but with this one in particular, I brought home a lot of paper ephemera. I kept everything, every receipt, tag or packaging. I picked up all of the free magazines I could find, and almost everything was brightly coloured and covered with cute mascots or characters. The other pages in this journal so far show a little snippet of the trip, so our arrival to the country and to the hotel, or what we did on each day. This spread is a little bit different, as I'm using it basically as an ode to stationery and what I got out there. Every shop seemed to have a little stationery section. Even the 7-Elevens on the corner had a stand for pens and highlighters. So you'll have seen just then that I went rooting through a big box of paper ephemera, and this is purely a box that I've made for the Japan journal. It's filled with bits and pieces that I brought back, as well as other things that I've taken from my stash that I think will suit this style of journal. There's little bits of pastel paper, washi tape, stickers, as well as the bigger things like the magazines or even carrier bags that I got over there. It's often a little hard to know where to start, but this time I started with my photos and then just grabbed things that took my eye from the box, like the little coloured papers. As it was based on stationery, I also picked out the receipts from the dedicated stationery shops that we visited, like AIUEO and Tokyo Hands. You will also have seen that I flipped through a magazine and I picked out that border strip, which was from a page, and I think that really works nicely to frame the edge of that right hand page. And then the bit on the bottom left was actually some packaging from a paintbrush, which I didn't actually get out there. That was from the HIMI gouache set that I bought from Amazon. But I really loved that piece of art and I thought it would work really well in this journal. It was clear, but it has this like teal colour to it, and that went really well with that piece of paper, which has the teal and pink on it that I think I got as a freebie from another AliExpress order. So I'm just trying to make decisions here because I find that it can be a bit overwhelming about what to use. So I started to stick in these elements which I already know I want to use. So one of the receipts is on the right hand side, but it's turned over at the moment because I really want to use that. But I think that receipts are obviously not very nice to look at, they're quite boring. So I'm going to make it into a tip-in. The paper piece which I'm folding here is from a stationery store called AIUEO and was a leaflet that I got when I bought something in their store. I've used part of it already in my journal in a previous page, and I really love how bright and cute it is. The leaflet had this cute illustration on, but it was far too big for the size of this journal, so that's why I folded it down the middle. And you'll have seen just then I did actually trace my scissors to add a little semicircle to make it clear you could fold it out. But I kind of wish I hadn't done that because I don't think that really helps. And instead I used a little piece of paper, which is from some paper pieces I bought from AliExpress last year, and that works as a little pull tag at the top to open the paper. So I added some washi tape down the left hand side so you can fold it open and then pull it open to see the full extent of that little fruit illustration. Then I use a piece from the magazine again with that cute little clip art on the top right hand corner, and I start to stick in the photos on the left hand side. Inside of that little fold out bit, I wanted to add some journaling, so I used this cream lined paper piece. And I didn't want to cover it all up because it's really nice inside, and I like to include some Japanese writing as well. So I just popped that into there on the top. And then I found this tiny piece of brown paper, and on my other pages I've used quite a lot of brown paper. So I've just left that at the top there, but I haven't quite glued it in. I add this photo inside again, but that's as much as I do in there because, like I said, I don't want to cover up too much. But if I do find I have more that I want to write, I can always add in more of that lined paper. So these are my sticker folders, which I'm flipping through here. I've collected these mostly over the past year, but I did buy some when I was in Japan, and these are now in these folders too. And these clear stickers are Korean. I bought them quite a long time ago. But they're really cute. One says Je t'aime, which I add onto the left hand side, and then I found this tiny little paper clip which I think I'll use over on the right hand side, but I need to stick in that piece. Usually I'm quite fast in making my decisions, but I was a little slower here, and so I decided that I'm just going to go for it and stick it in, and then I add the sticker over the top. So I also glue in the little brown paper piece and then add in daily things to do on the top right, which again was the Korean stickers, which are really clear, so I really like how they're not obvious they're stickers. And then I go through my other stickers and add the Molang with the shopping trolley and these little dollar signs to show that I obviously spent a lot of money on stationery. So you can see I wasn't sure about adding more pieces in. I almost stuck this piece, which again was from that cutout sheet, below that photo, but I thought it was like too lined up. So I just shift that to the right a little bit, and I think that works much better. So I'm going through my stickers again here, and I found these letter stickers, which again are from AliExpress, and I'll try and link all these down below. You can see I wasn't really sure where to put them, but I ended up putting it on the top left, and I just put yes. I did try and put the lighter green there in the E, but that really didn't go with the spread, so I used the 2 shades of pink and a teal, which really ties in nicely with the bottom of the spread too. Then I'm using these word phrase stickers, and they're always a bit like too much white space for me, so I trim that down and add that to the top of the page. I feel like it's still missing something, but I don't want to keep adding loads and loads more on because obviously there's a lot of separate elements already. So I just use these circle stickers, which are quite transparent, but they are coloured, so they layer really nicely, and I pop them on different places around the page. And I think that ties in the whole spread nicely. So I said I wasn't going to add any more in here, but obviously I couldn't resist adding this funny little llama sticker, and that goes on the bottom corner. And then I add another one as you flip it up and add the penguin in there. And I think I really love these parts of the journal where you find hidden things. On some other pages I've got flip ups and there's things hidden behind them, and I just really like that interactive element. So here's how the final spread turned out, and obviously I still need to add my journaling. I'm going to add that onto the left hand page, but I can also add it in on this flap inside, and if I need to have more space I can add that on the right hand side as well if I add on some more lined paper. And then here's the receipt from Tokyo Hands and a little photo I took of going into the store as well. So I really hope you enjoyed watching this one and seeing it all come together. I'd love to know if or how you document your own trips and holidays, and hopefully we'll be able to make more of them now the world is opening up again. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. See you later.